May 19th, 2025, Kigali, Rwanda, a city of hills, history, and now history in the making. The next president to speak after President Paul Kagame will shock you, President Ibrahim Traoré. He was a surprise guest. Even the attendees did not know that the revolutionary leader was present at the summit. The International Security Conference on Africa, ISCA, brought together the continent's power players, presidents, ministers, tech innovators, military chiefs, and even foreign observers who claimed to be allies. But there was tension in the air, something unspoken, like a storm brewing just beyond the Rwandan hills.
Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my greatest honor to welcome you all to the inaugural International Security Conference on Africa. Karibuni sana. I am Jackie Lumbasi, and I'm truly honored to serve as your MC. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to invite His Excellency President Kagame for his keynote address.
Excellency Musa Faki Mahamat, former chairperson of the African Union Commission, let me start by welcoming you all to Kigali.
For years, Kagame had been known as the quiet strategist, the man who rebuilt Rwanda with cold precision. But today, he came not as a diplomat, he came as a warning. You cannot talk about African security if African soldiers are trained by those who destabilized our borders in the first place. You cannot talk about African peace if our drones, satellites, and cyber networks are controlled from Paris, Brussels, or Washington. What Kagame did next would silence even his fiercest critics and send a message that echoed from Dakar to Dar es Salaam. He pulled back the curtain on a movement already in motion, a movement that would soon bring him face to face with a revolutionary from Burkinafaso, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. It wasn't just a speech, it was a wake-up call, the kind that doesn't just echo in a conference hall, but shakes through generations. And then, Kagame paused. He looked around the room. His eyes met those of diplomats, generals, young leaders. And he said something no African head of state had dared to say at such a summit. We cannot keep waiting for the African Union to grow a backbone. The threats are here now, and so is our response.
For far too long, our security has been treated as a burden to be managed by others, with minimal input from us, and often without the benefit of our context or consent. This approach has failed to deliver both for Africa and for the world. What begins here is more than a conference. It is a deliberate effort to change both the narrative and the substance of how Africa engages with the global security debates. Moving forward, we must participate not from the margins, but as a credible and capable partner.
The time has come to stop begging for protection. Africa must become the architect of its own security. And then, Kagame delivered the sentence that would change the course of the conference, and perhaps African security history.
This approach has failed to deliver both for Africa and for the world. What begins here is more than a conference. It is a deliberate effort to change both the narrative and the substance of how Africa engages with the global security debates. Moving forward, we must participate not from the margins, but as a credible and capable partner. To succeed,
I have already begun coordinating with leaders who are ready to act. Some of them are here with us today. At that moment, history was no longer theoretical. Paul Kagame wasn't just preaching Pan-Africanism. He was building it, brick by brick, alliance by alliance.
we also need to strengthen our continental institutions, namely the African Union and the Peace and Security Council within it, to handle our common security concerns. The second pillar is the link between governance and security. When one is weak, the other is compromised. Without both, there can be no trust and no meaningful progress. Security is not just about the absence of threats. Our job as leaders is to create an environment where people can live with dignity, enjoy their rights, and look to the future with hope and confidence. The third pillar is cooperation. Even with the best domestic systems in place, no country today can secure itself in isolation. None.
The age of quiet suffering is over. The age of African silence is over. Let no one speak for us again. Let them tremble when Africa unites, because when we defend our peace, we defend the future of humanity.
Borderless threats like pandemics, terrorism, and cybercrime evolve very quickly, often faster than national responses. But cooperation must go beyond merely sharing information or joining forces in an ad hoc manner. It must be strategic, intentional, and innovative. The key to overcoming security challenges lies in our ability to produce our own solutions. The exhibition attached to this conference shows what is possible when we invest in ourselves. Where we have capacity, we must scale it up. Where we lack it, this is the time and place to build it. and also cooperate. The platform we are launching today must help align political will with technical expertise and the national interests with the continental priorities. Let us leave here not just informed, but more resolved to do more and better. I wish you productive deliberations in the days ahead. I thank you.
You've been watching Pan-African Hub. If you believe in the rise of Africa, if you feel the fire of sovereignty, then share this story. Like, subscribe, join the journey. Because the lions are walking and history is watching.